Hey, welcome, all my right thinkers. Thanks for tuning in to check out your boy, P Farm. Thinking right out here in the lab, in the wee hours in the morning, on my birthday, doing what I do for you. I don't take days off. I do what I do because it's all for you. Let's go. I got a nice one for you today. Rightism, 25 rules to live by. Storytelling. Story with a message. The message in the story for life. I give life lessons. You tune in. We got a good thing going. Let's keep it going. Right Thinker's mission, that's what I'm on, is to enlighten, inspire, educate, and motivate you, the individual, to a higher spiritual level of enlightenment. Right Thinker's way of life. And when you do it every day, it becomes a way of life through mental and spiritual discipline daily will help and guide you to obtain your goal of spiritual enlightenment, aka know thyself. That's my mission that all right thinkers do just that. I'm gonna give you everything you need to make that possible. So tune in, get your lessons, and know thyself. Let's go. I asked the question, excuse me, do you know you? If you don't, tune in. I can help you with that. This rhetorical question, but for those who don't, that's what I do for you. A person who knows not and knows not that they know not is foolish. Disregard them. A person who knows not and knows that they know not is simple. You teach them. That's what I do for you. I appreciate you too. Stay tuned. I got you. A person who knows not and believes and think that they know is dangerous. Avoid them. I do. Sometimes you can't. A person who knows, but knows not that they know, spiritually asleep. How can I wake them up? Why? I'm the spiritual alarm clock here to do just that. Wake you up with knowledge of self. That's what I do for you. A person who knows and knows that they know is wise. Follow them. All these persons reside in you. Right thinkers, know thyself. And to my yacht, be true. You see, I rock the eye, right? It's called the third eye. Everybody knows that. But you know it when you see it. You see it on a dollar bill. That's not the third eye. That's not the all-seeing eye. No, that's just the eye promise, another lesson. But no, the all-seeing eye has six parts: the smell, the sight, the hearing. They don't count this because this is what I do. Think. So that's the thought. That counts as the thought. Then you got the touch, and then the tongue is the taste. They signify a lot of things with just showing you the eye. It's a whole bunch of definitions that go with this. But when you see it, it all makes sense. This is why they had signs and symbols before they had words. That's why we had the what y'all call the hieroglyphics. We know that the Madronetta, writing of the gods, he wrote the script. So understand that. So pictogram they call it now. I go into these places, cash register, don't know. I could not even open cash register today. Why? Because that's a whole bunch of stuff and I have no idea what that is. But the young people do. Yeah, that's fine. That's where we are now. I just ones over here, the tens over there, the hundreds over here. Simple. It's a whole different animal now. So, but right thinking, sorry about that. Let's talk about right thinking philosophy opens your third eye. That's my whole goal. But you don't know that. Why? Because a lot of times you don't get anybody the end game. Why? You let them get there for themselves. You realize your third eye is open because you're going to do the things that make it happen to you. I don't have to tell you that. I'm going to show you how to get there. Sorry about that. But that's what the third eye signifies. I'm showing you how to open it the old-fashioned way by putting the work in. You can't tell me you gonna get your lesson. Sorry about that. Let me get this lesson, but yeah, I'm about to have my way with a bunch of nonsense that I'm seeing. So I came into the spiritual game over 10 years ago, studied for over 30. But I'm starting to see now, we're starting to get bogus spiritual people. Okay, I got to start calling y'all out now. If I'm gonna call out a bad Christian, Muslim, or Jew, you know I got to call out a bad spiritualist. Oh yeah, I can't wait to get them guys. There's some out there I'm starting to see, so I'm starting to let me know. Everybody who taught the spiritual stuff ain't really spiritual, just like everybody that teaches. You know what I'm saying? So let's get back to the lesson. I see a lot of people claiming to be able to activate your third eye in 30 minutes and just do this and all that. Yeah, trust me, it's only one way to open the third eye. Like Christ told you, only one way to get to the Father, and he was right. And the one way is what? Put the work in. Ain't no other way. There's no other way to get blessed and show the Father or God who you are by putting the work in. Whatever religion you profess, you got to put work in. So I'm not beat for that. I'm religious, but I'm not a religion person. I'll break that down for you some other lesson. But yeah, why? I practice a routine set of rules that I live by. That's what religious people do. If you're Christian, you practice the Christian concept. Jew. So I'm a right thinker. I practice philosophical, spiritual concepts that I learn that I can implement in my daily life. That's what right thinking is, and that's how you open up your third eye. Watch this. When my third eye opened, I had no coaching. I had no teaching. I freaked out. Yeah, in my own mind, 'cause I didn't know what the hell was going on. So I had to what? Do some homework, find out what the hell is going on. I'm in Egypt studying about this, that, and other. All of a sudden, stuff is going haywire. Information, I'm getting all this. What the what? Third eye opening. And if you're not prepared for it, some people flip out. So I understand that too. Trust me, when you got guidance, when you hit that spots where you don't know what's going on, the teacher is there to do that. The sage is there to do that. That's our job to get you through them points. You got therapists, you got psychiatrists, you got all that. Sage is all of that. Moving on. It's called the serpent power in Egypt. That's what we called it. But guess what? Uh, India's India called it Kundalini. And it's been famous ever since as Kundalini, the chakras. But we originators of that. We ain't going there. I'm not gonna put a little Richard. They stole everything. But yeah, the Greek stole everything. Sorry. But the concept is on spot on. Why? Because the only way to activate your Kundalini, your serpent power, or is do what? Do. Nephthys are set, the serpents. Is one that's coiled 3.5 times in your body, metaphorically, conceptually. And only thing that's going okay, in India, they put do. They get the serpent, they get the snake to come out. That's the serpent that's in you. Again, serpent power is only activated by the right frequency, the right understanding, and it will start to rise up. And when it rises up to the 6th level in the chakra, you got levels to your body. This is all about ancient concepts. Now, everybody coming famous by telling you about the chakras. Or man, I'm dead. Red is my favorite color. It's the lowest level on the chakra ring in the rainbow. But I love red, not because I'm the devil. At one time when I had the devil mentality, I loved it because it made me feel good. I get that red, I get to feel hot. Yeah, that's the ego self. It's okay. You can raise him. It's all right. It's natural. So understand that. But the Kundalini is the serpent power. Well, we know that's Kundalini. But the only way to activate it is to put your work in. You got to make that music. You got to live right. You got to be virtuous. You got to be courage. Show courage in doing what you believe is right for you. And it will activate it. I got my mother-in-law, who's my spiritual advisor. She been living Mayat and had no clue who Mayat is. But she been living it. So that's what I'm trying to explain to you. And I got my eye-opening. Didn't know what the hell was going on. Again, now I do, but when I was going through it, big difference. Now, if you watch this, if you live right daily, you will be rewarded. Every Christian, Muslim, Jew who does the tenets that they follow know that. Why? They're putting the work in and they're getting the blessings. I can tell you now why. I've been putting the work in and I've been getting blessed. I like the kid, Cat Williams. He said it best. When you invest in the bank of God, that's his way of saying, I do the right thing. He don't adopt the kids. He help people out. He's doing good things. So he know his spiritual understanding is what his higher self. He could kill us what y'all thinking for the bam. That's the same mentality that we need to start adapting. Why? Because that's the one that works. That's how you become successful. Worrying about what people think and feel about you holds you back. I could care less what you think and feel about me. I wouldn't still be here doing what I'm doing. So living right is your prerogative, your choice. When you make that choice, you will be rewarded for it. From who? God. I can tell you that much too. And I ain't here to preach to tell you about God. No, I'm just saying, if you live and do the right thing, you'll be rewarded and you can do everything else you need to do. Why? Because it's going to be available to you. When the third eye open, that means you've been doing something right. How about that? Now let's go. Your third eye is your inner vision. It sees the true you. It sees your intent. It knows your heart. Hence, heart mind. We got one and two. That's my lesson. But the third eye sees this way, not that way. These eyes can't see that way, only that way. Some say it's the first eye. It's the original eye. Why? Because it sees all internally. Moving on. It's the spiritual sight that you see for yourself. It's called the spiritual eye. Okay, that's why. The third eye vision, what is that? The third eye vision is gained when you practice right thinking philosophy and you become a master of oneself with knowledge of self. And your third eye is part of that deal, is going to be open. I guarantee you. When you learn and live, aka manifest your spiritual truth or your right thinking philosophy, you will reach Nihas anointment, anointed Christhood, whatever you want to call it. Emerge with God. That's what it is. And so they said it best. Do you know the definition of die? A lot of people don't know what die is. Die is God. That's another name for God. So no God, right? Because you and God are one. Thyself. The God in you, again, the God in you will do what? Reward you. Why? For living righteous and virtuous. That guy up there, I don't know what he's doing. I have no idea. But the God in you will take care of you when you do what you should be doing. How about that? So you do what you do, and you be blessed by you. Hello. If you got the power to bless you with the authority of higher self, then he said, I hear every week we miss your statement. I've been given authority. By who? My higher self, God, to do what? Hello. Now, I got authority to teach God's concepts on my terms. He could care less how I do it. If I get you to him, I'm doing my job by hook or crook. But I ain't doing it that way. I'm going to enlighten you with knowledge of self. I ain't got to try to trick you and fake you out. And no, God is real. If you don't know that, I can't do nothing for you. So I can enlighten you. You can put the work in and you find out for yourself. That's my job. That's what he told me to do. Don't tell them about me. Teach them how to get to me. So I'm here to teach you to know God for yourself. Moving on. That's third eye open. I'm going to open third eye for you. I don't tell you that, but that's what I'm doing. Sorry about that. The same God, what's this, will send karma to pay you for your evil or bad deeds. That's the same you that's going to either reward you or punish you. Generator or destroyer, however you want to be, that's you. You have the power. Just like God is mental, the devil is mental. Moving on. My spiritual intellect comes from studying. More important, living what I learned to prove that if you do this, this will happen. I can tell you that. So my spiritual intellect, aka discernment and knowledge of self, does what? Shows me who people really are from my understanding. And when I'm interacting with them, I can tell within a few seconds if you real or full of crap. Simple as that. When I was on the drugs on the corner, I had a few seconds to make that decision. You one of them or you one of these. Simple. Discernment does that. I've been using my discernment a long time. Okay. Again, to not even knowing it. See, when you're doing what's right because you feel compelled to do that, that's the spirit that's in you. That's God. And the same spirit can compel you to do what? Wrong. Okay. I followed that other guy. It's a good guy, it's a bad guy. Without this, you really don't have a choice. Why? You can't understand good without bad. You can't have day without night. It's been an ongoing scenario, equal opposites to make a whole. You can't have a coin with one side. It's got to be heads or tails, left or right, up or down. Duality. That's what Maya represents. See? Concepts. Remember, concepts are giving you ways to think so you can calculate, formulate, and understand things for yourself. But you got to be thinking, right? Thinking preferably. Now, my street knowledge opened my third eye long ago. Why? Because my discernment, I can see negative people a mile away. When I'm in the drug game, I can see if he's one of us or one of them a mile away. Now that I'm living right and doing the right thing, I can still recognize the true Christian, good people and the fake Christians who full of crap. I've been seeing them, but I'm seeing a lot of good Christians. So I can't say, oh, Christians are bad. Before I saw them good Christians, that's all I talked about, how bad y'all was, because what? That's all I saw. Now that my church family is showing me these some good people following Christ. I don't deny that. I just didn't partake in it. But I see it for myself now. So I can speak from what I know. So Christians, good ones, you get my respect. You get the nod. I'm talking glowing about you. But when I start ragging on the ones who ain't, don't think I'm talking about you. Why? If it don't pertain to you, don't worry about it. Criticism a la carte. If the criticism don't apply to you, they ain't talking to you. But if the criticism apply to you, Cinderella, if the shoe fit, wear it. So yours. Moving on. That's the concept. Excuse me. I lost my place. Oh, here we go. Now, knowing thyself is having your third eye open. By what? Living right there. That's why I try to get you to do that. And by doing that, the Kundalini is working. I know that. Why? Because if you live right, you start to change. I can see in your personality what's going on with you. Why? Because I see. Again, I have vision. Third eye vision. See spiritual. I see what you ain't even looking at. In the words of George. Spiritual knowledge is what? Learning. First of all, spiritual truths. The 42 confessions of Maya are things that you shouldn't do. You got 10 commandments, okay, same thing. So everything has a concept, some things that you shouldn't do. When you're saying nope, poop, meaning I have not done these things. You speaking for yourself. When I teach from what I know, not from what somebody taught me, what I think or believe. Only what I know. That's teaching, personally, as far as I'm concerned. But when you speaking for yourself, that's how it should be. When somebody tell you what to do, okay, that's commandments. All right, I don't do commandments. All right, spirit. Okay, I know. Watch this. That by gaining self knowledge, meaning letting it for myself. Again, self-knowledge is not what someone knows. It's yourself knowing what you know. Okay? And you live by that knowledge. That's how you open your third eye. It comes down to knowing and doing. And then you will be rewarded by having inner vision of yourself, because now you're starting to become a better person and you need to see yourself as that. If you're still down here, you got the low level red, then you got orange, then you got yellow. From then you got green. From green up, you in the ballpark. Yellow down, McDonald's, all them flashy light, all that red, all that's low level. Okay, understand that. That's part of the rainbow. It's the concept. They put colors into understanding so you can tell by what color you like, what kind of person you are. And it works. Why? It's foolproof. It's been proven. It ain't what you think. Just trust me. Whatever your favorite color is, they got a concept of what kind of person you are. Like the astrology. The day I'm born, Christmas Eve, I'm a Capricorn. I know I'm a Capricorn. I didn't know when I was born I was a Capricorn, but I learned from how I live, from studying and reading, understand. I'm a Capricorn. I'm boring as get up. I'm a hard worker, and I believe in doing my best. That's a Capricorn. All those who born under the side don't do that, but that's what we have as a side. Supposedly, some of us live up to it, some of us don't. He was a Leo. He was a Leo. Braggadocious, egoistic. Yeah, he was a male chauvinist. Ego. Okay, through and through. Okay, I call him a man's man because he was braggadocious, handling business. But that's all ego. I know now, but I wanted to be like him. I was, but now I'm no better. I'm humble. I'm understanding of who I am. I ain't got to prove nothing to nobody, but so moving on. That's my goal. That's what the change is. Before I want to prove I'm all that. Nonsense. All right, where was I? Sorry. Now, okay, yeah. If your third eye is open, what that mean? That means you know thyself. God, okay, you know God and vice versa. If you know God, God knows you. If you know you, you know God. It's going to make a difference. I am that I am. No matter how you flip it, I am. Okay. When you use that acronym, you putting yourself and God in the position of power. So when you say I am, that affirmation that we use, I am one with God. That's my affirmation. That's my prayer chant. Okay, I'm letting you in a little person. Yeah, I become one with God when I go into meditation and when I'm in prayer. Simple. Why? He's in me and he's one of we won. Once you get clarity on that, I remember 5 years ago, I told my brother, I talked to God. He said, man, you gonna tell nobody that, is you? It's the truth. If I'm going to talk to you, you can understand and believe one thing. You're getting the truth as I know it. Simple as that. Moving on. I don't care. Truth is truth. If it's about me, it don't make a difference. It still got to be the truth. Knowledge of self means your third eye is open and you see you too. You know yourself. Why? I know who I am. See, I'm calming me down. I'm doing that. Didn't have that filter. He was just buck wild. He was just off the hook. With knowledge of self and understanding who you are, you can filter that ego. You can put your foot on his and man, we ain't doing that. Simple. Okay? That's the difference. Your third eye vision is spiritual vision. Again, you don't see this way, you see inner, and you see the inners of other people. We all got an aura. You don't have your third eye open, you won't see an aura. You just see what you see. You don't see clear. Third eye vision clarifies that aura that you can see people for who they are. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Well, yeah, okay. With third eye vision, watch this. Your third eye opens. I see what you ain't looking at. That's the inside and the aura that we all have. The rainbow, it covers us. Okay. If your aura is a purple glowing, you are enlightened. If your aura is red and fire, you are lower level. Simple. If it's green, that means you are empathetic. I know the rainbow, so I can tell you if you want. I got the chakra system right there. I teach lessons from it. Okay, this is all educational stuff to help you know yourself. With signs, I ain't going there. Yeah, I'm freaking out. Third eye vision comes from putting in the work, understanding, living, doing right. How about that? Let me move on. You are. So watch this. Yes, not only do your third eye see inside myself, guess what? It see inside others also. That's my point. I just told you. So, boy, I'm good. With spiritual sight, you see what? Oh, that's the concept. But what he's saying is God's vision sees all. And when you unite with God, when you become one, guess what? You have insight. You got the power to see like God. You will know God. Oh, no man can see God. No, whoa. When you raise the level, you ain't immortal no more. You become spiritually enlightened. You a different being. You're an enlightened being. You know God now. If you ignorant in the spiritual, you ignorant in religious, you just believe in God. But if you put the work in, I see Christians putting their work in, so yeah, they know God too. Okay, the good ones get that. The fake ones still floundering around and wonder why their life ain't changed. You ain't changed. You still the same person. You just perpetrating like you changed. Go to church every week don't mean you changed. Getting and learning the lessons and implementing them show change. I've got more biblical knowledge now than I could ever get by reading the Bible. Well, I go to church and get the lesson firsthand. I don't know what y'all go to church for. I go for lessons. And me and my pastor break that lesson down every week. I'm doing it as a student. I'm letting them know this is what I thought, this is what I got out, what I had to miss it. Yeah, but you're right on point. Thank you. So I'm learning. I ain't just going to church. Oh, I'm a Christian. I won't go to church and hang out. No, I want to be able to talk to my Christian-based friends and subscribers who want knowledge. That's what I'm going to give you. I ain't going to rag on you. I ain't here to beat you up about what you believe. I ain't got time for that. But don't pour it over on me. That's all. Now, with spiritual sight, you see all, hence the all-seeing eye. Okay? Third eye vision means you see the spirit of others and you can see if they're real or not for real. That's your discernment, but that's the okay, sight. You can see that in them. Third eye vision is like ESP, not ESP, ESP, extrasensory perception. I'm laser focused on who and what I do. Why? That's how I keep my edge on being my best self. Oh, the clock is running. Let me wrap this up. And I see people for who they are, good and bad at this time. I don't want bad people. If you're negative, you're toxic, we won't have a relationship. We won't have a friendship. Well, I'm going to avoid you. Simple as that. Moving on. Now, third eye activation. That's right thinking philosophy, self-mastery. Okay? Now, is a must. Why? To know yourself, you have to master yourself with knowledge of self and put in the work to show your allegiance to your higher self. Wrap it up. Right thinkers I'm activating your third eye for you. You just don't know it. But I get you right to I need you to get empathy, that's green. The blue is going to be the throat chakra. You need to speak the truth. Makaru. Okay. All these is phases that when you go through them, you would handle yourself accordingly. And when the third eye, after you speak Makaru, something gonna happen to you. That's the advice. That's when it happens. Only after you speak in Makaru and show compassion, empathy for others. Watch this. With self-knowledge, aka spiritual truth, your third eye will open with righteousness. That's what activates Kundalini, your actual good deeds. Hello, it's a built-in mechanism that's been working for eons. You can't change it because you believe something else. Your Christian concepts have been around for 2,000 years. Means nothing. We got a 10,000-year concept that's been working smooth as silk. And because yours coming on, don't mean I got to adopt it. That's all. Understand that. I respectfully understand y'all, but that ain't my thing. That's your thing. Your serpent power. Watch this. With self-knowledge, aka spiritual truth, your third eye will open with righteousness. Yeah. But your serpent power, which is Kundalini, will what? Will only rise up your spine with what? Virtuous Iri. That means righteous actions. Actions, Iri means your action. What you're doing. If you're doing it right, even a Christian, Muslim, or Jew doing the right thing will be blessed. Just like me and you, if we live right. It don't make a difference what religion it is. That ain't what I'm talking about. I keep telling you that. It's the action, it's the deed that recognize that he see. Watch this, wrapping it up. Righteous, virtuous living daily is what I advocate, and studying what? To know thyself. You put those together, you will become one with your higher self. You will know thyself, and you will be fine. Moving on. That's the goal for all right thinkers to what? Know thyself. God self. Right thinkers, your self mastery from putting in the work, taking the time out, and perfecting yourself, your third eye will open and you can say, I know thyself. I'm a right thinker. Are you? I hope you enjoyed the lesson. Sorry it took a little long, but this is how you activate the third eye. It ain't no just tapping on the eye and put something in the stick. No, that don't mean nothing. Sorry about that. I'm serious about how you open the third eye. Everybody got a bunch of concepts that, trust me, don't work. My way is proven. I hope you enjoy it. I'm out.